Hello and welcome back. I'm Otis Landerholm, founding attorney here at Landerholm Immigration A.P.C, where we fight for your American dream. And today I want to talk about how do you handle it if you have like a major issue, or if you get arrested, right? Or if some other bad issue comes up, right? During the life of your case. And what if, how do you handle that? How do you explain it to the judge? How do you explain it to the immigration officer, right? And what's kind of my philosophy? Really, I want to share my philosophy on how we handle that in our office, all right? The way I think about that, right? Say you got into an argument with your wife, all right, during your case, and say the police were called, right? And maybe you were arrested, all right? Now, how do you explain that when we've got a hearing coming up? And what I like to explain is the 3 R's, all right? R number 1 stands for responsibility. You must, and if you want to really own it, if you really want to be successful in your case, listen to what I'm about to say, all right? Take responsibility for everything in your life. All right? Take responsibility for being the person that you were being at the time that whatever happened. All right? No matter, even if your stance is that you are innocent of any crime, right? In a relationship, for example, the domestic violence scenario is a perfect example. Because in any relationship, there might be moments where you get angry, right? Where you might get triggered by something, where you might be upset, right? Where you might raise your voice, right? And it might get to the point where somebody calls the police out of concern for someone, and there might not have been a crime that took place. Are you listening to me? There might not have been an actual crime, even if there wasn't an actual physical altercation. If there was screaming, if there was if you lost your temper in any way, you've got to take responsibility for that. All right, that's on you. All right, and the truth is that any human being can lose their cool from time to time, but you've got to be able to catch yourself, and you've got to be able to train yourself to okay, I've lost my cool there. I need to take a step back right now, and I need to relax. All right? And if you didn't take a step back, and if you didn't relax, and if it actually escalated and got out of hand, and if it actually did lead to a crime, all right, you definitely have to take responsibility for that. No being wishy-washy and blaming the other person and blaming the circumstances or whatever. Forget about that. A judge is going to see right through that. You've got to take responsibility and take ownership for whatever it is that you contributed to that situation. R number 1, responsibility. Take responsibility, all right? R number 2, the second R, right, is remorse. You've got to share with the judge, with the court, that you are sorry for whatever your behavior was, however bad it was, all right? And it's not necessarily, oh, boo-hoo, I'm going to cry about it, all right? That's not what remorse necessarily means. What it means is that you communicate the impact. You understand the impact of your actions or of the way that you were being in that moment, all right? That's the second R, all right? First R is responsibility. Second R is you got to show remorse, all right? The third and final R is you've got to show rehabilitation, all right? If you have committed a crime, if you've got an arrest, even if it's an arrest for something and there was no crime involved, right? And you're innocent of it, you were still there, all right? You are still responsible in some way for whatever happened that day. If you're just blaming everybody else for everything that happens to you in your life, you're not going to get very far in immigration court, all right? Or in the rest of your life, for that matter, all right? So the last R is rehabilitation. You've got to show that, look, That happened, all right? And I am sorry for what happened. And now here is why that is never, ever, ever going to happen again, all right? You've got to show that clearly with evidence I have taken actions to train myself so that I know with confidence that that is never happening again, all right? And if you can show those three things, responsibility, remorse, and rehabilitation, it's not a guarantee that you'll win your case at all, right? It's not easy, all right? But at least you're being straight with the judge. At least you're being straight with the immigration officer who's looking at their case. And it's the best way to let an adjudicator, a judge or an officer, know that you take the issue seriously and that you're the type of human being that ought to be given an additional chance, all right? If you have any questions about any of this, I'd love to walk you through it, and I'd love to have you schedule a consult with our office. You can do that by clicking on the link down below, or you can at least see our contact information there, okay? I'm Otis Landerholm, Landerholm Immigration A.P.C. We fight for your American dream. Thank you.